thought I'd forego the unboxing because it's kind of boring. Okay, here we got Devilman Lady from Devilman, which was made by Fewture. Fewture also did Resurrection of the Monstrous and other Yasushi Nirasawa figures, rest in peace, that he had designed. Let's see, this one says, surprise, including glow-in-the-dark bonus part of an extra figure. Yeah, and it does have that, but the thing is, these guys were about, man, they were like anywhere from $18 to about, I don't know, $45. So in order to get all 8 of these figures, in order to make a big figure, you know, as part of their Build-A-Figure thing, I mean, you had to spend quite a bit of money there. I mean, even today, to get the Build-A-Figure, you're lucky if you can get it as low as 80, but it can go high. Okay, herself, you know. The one thing I like about this right off the bat, she has nipples. Well, no, actually, I do like that, because there were other versions of her made. I mean, they made this in a bunch of different colors, and the one thing they did for the American market was they had her with nipples and also with her fur coming down and covering her nipples. You know, trying to make it more friendly to the U.S. market. But the main thing I really love about this is the knees are not jointed. Well, that's kind of silly, isn't it? I mean, if something isn't as jointed, how can it be better? Well, it's better because it's not falling the fuck over. And man, these Fewture figures that have knee joints, fuck them to hell. Literally. Because they fall backwards and they crack. That doesn't feel like it could crack. That doesn't feel like it could crack. But still, I've had ones that do. These fins on her shoulder definitely could crack. Undeniably. But yeah, I am happy. I'm happy that there's no ankle joints and no knee joints. It does have joints like this. Really kind of pointless unless they're like molded incorrectly and they need to help standing a little bit. But other than that, she just has wrist, claw, elbow, and shoulder swivel. Oh, and head. And really, that's all you need. I mean, you don't want much more than that when it comes to something like this. I mean, you're buying it for a sexy figure. It's not a superposable action figure, so, man, make the motherfucker... I mean, if it's not an action figure, its only other job is to stand upright. You know? If it's supposed to stand there and look pretty, that's its job. Make it stand there and look pretty. And she does. She's kind of looking down too far. I don't like that. I wish I could raise the head up a bit. But other than that, I mean, this is a fucking cool figure. And look at those nice little earrings it has, too. That's a nice little Yasushi Nirasawa kind of touch. He likes putting metal earrings on things he sculpts and eventually end up as action figures. So yeah, that's really cool. I can tell this is already better made than some of the other Devilman figures I've gotten. Now, it comes with this. A piece of broken plastic. No, underneath that is a bonus figure part. As I said, this is to a larger Build-A-Figure. I think you have to have 8 parts, meaning you have to buy 8 different figures, even if you don't like the figures, to build a giant Devilman skeleton. And look at that. It comes up to her boob. The hip joint comes up to her boob. God. So this guy must be at least as fucking tall. And I've seen pictures of it online and stuff, and I've seen it for sale online, but like I said, cheapest you would ever get it these days for is about 80, and it can go up as much as 100 something, you know, and man, I don't know. I mean, it's cool and all, but I don't like the idea that I would have to... I mean, for one thing, I'm looking at this plastic, okay? This is glow-in-the-dark plastic, and it's also that old school glow-in-the-dark plastic. It's like you can almost see the discoloration beginning even though you don't see it. I mean, back in the day, I had an apartment and I had black lights on 24/7. I even had some of the other parts to this Devilman Build-A-Figure skeleton. And yeah, they turned dark amber under black light. So the other thing I noticed is when I saw pictures of him online, it, what do you call it? The different parts didn't always match color-wise. I mean, they were close, but some would be darker, some would be lighter, and you'd have a mismatched motherfucker, you know, anyway, which is kind of silly because, you know, it should be better quality than that. Still, it was a cool idea, and it was done back before Marvel was doing all that shit. You know, it was back before you had all those Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure type things. I mean, this was kind of innovative for the time. I'm sure it was used in other toy lines, maybe somewhere, but for the most part, it was... I mean, the first time I really recognized it was during the Devilman figures from like 1999, 2000. And another thing I just noticed I like about this figure, it's still clear. Now, with these Fewture figures, especially it seems with the Resurrection of the Monstrous figures, the bubbles, the blister cards are dark yellow. They just yellowed. I mean, even this is yellowed, I can see. But here... check this out. Here's her base. It is, to the best of my knowledge, supposed to be completely clear. This is not. This is actually dark. It says Fewture models on the back. This is... I'm pretty sure this wasn't the intended color. I just have a strong feeling that that's the case. This was probably supposed to be crystal clear like she is. The other thing that I really didn't like on the other Devilman figure I have... here it has a peg for her foot, and that's okay. She's solid, the base is solid, it's fucking awesome. Okay, cool. But on the other Devilman figure, that motherfucker would fall backwards all the fucking time because they put joints on his ankles and joints on his knees. Really fucking stupid. And when he falls, of course, what do you think happens? Oh no, my peg just broke off into my foot. The first Devilman figure I had did that. Let's see. I don't want to show too much of this because I've got boobs and stuff. Yeah, collect all 8. Yeah, that's happening. I used to have this guy. I have this guy. Yeah, the other ones are cute, but I don't know if I'd really want them. I mean, for one thing, one is Winged Devilman and one's Devilman. Meaning, essentially, it would be the same figure minus wings. I mean... that's kind of silly. I mean, it is a little bit different here and there, but, you know. Yeah. But yeah, let's see. There was also a little piece of paperwork in here. Notes. This bonus... oh, it's in English, isn't it? This bonus parts is the part of a figure, Fewture Devilman Action Figure Series. Fewture Devilman Action Figure Series have 8 figures in all. Each figure is enclosed 1 bonus parts. If you get 8 figures... you can get 1 more figure. We will release 8 figures in order. Please keep your bonus parts until you get all. This bonus parts are bent or changed shapes on putting in the case. Yeah, you think? In order to bring back to the original shapes, it is necessary for you to do the process as follows. 1. Put the parts into the warm water until the parts are softened. Caution, never use the hot water. Yes, you do have to use the hot water. I mean, I guess I mean boiling. But if you don't use really, really hot water, that shit's not bending. 2. Be back in the original shape. Well, we can hope so. You'd have to have all 8 parts to actually see if that is a decent shape or not. 3. Without an extra strength, take it out from warm water and put into the cold water until the shape harden again. Be careful well when you use the cutter or the super glue for buildup. You know what? If you have to use super glue on a Build-A-Figure, they've got issues. Chalking hazard. But yeah. Let's see. I have another one of Go Nagai's Devilman figures. Here we go. Let's see what he... let's see how the height comparison is. Oh my god, what was his name? Rio? No, I think this is Akira. Man, it's been so long since I watched the anime. Okay, Akira is Devilman before he changes into a devil. Yeah, I kind of like that size difference there. That's how it should be, in my opinion. Yeah, that's kind of neat. And just like her, he of course has metal chains hanging down. You know, because, hey, why the fuck not, right? And he has glow-in-the-dark skin, which is pretty cool. And look at that fucking, like, glamorous face they gave him. I mean, he didn't look like that in the anime. And... typical of Yasushi Narasawa work, he loves his fucking strange tribal tattoos on things. And you know, as much as I hate asymmetrical figures, it works with him. It usually works with anything Yasushi Narasawa, actually. I don't know, that's weird. Yasushi Narasawa was a great artist, and I'm really sad that he died. Here we have Winged Devilman from the same series. Oh my god. And he, you know, I'm taking him off that peg because I don't want to break it. Okay, as I said, the major flaws are he has joints. Yeah, it's a flaw that he has more play features. Isn't that funny? These are not helping anybody on this earth at all. It just makes him want to go, ah. And that's bad, because if he falls over, unlike her, these wings will break. And, yeah, that's not good at all. I had this figure before once, and I brought it up with me up to upstate New York with a bunch of goofy kids. But it's like, mine had been under blacklight so long that actually the tail had not just only turned darker, but it had turned brittle. So yeah, when he fell over, when some drunken goofy kid slammed into him, not that, actually I don't even think anyone slammed into him, it was just that there was so much shaking going on the floorboards. He fell backwards. Not only did he chip a wing, but his tail actually snapped off like right about there, which is weird because here it's like all sprongy and nice, you know. I mean, I took this out of the package myself, you know, so it's like, you know, it's pretty much brand new. Let's see, size-wise, he's pretty damn tall. I like that. But yeah, God, man, he is dusty as shit. Fuck. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I can't even get him to stand up on a fucking standing base. Just stay like that. Just stay like that, motherfucker. Okay, what else did I get in the mail today?